Hello, fellow geocachers and muggles. Today, for a puzzle, we're doing a field puzzle because maybe not all of you know what to do with one. So I want to show you. I'm in a cemetery grabbing a geocache right now. This is not the cemetery I need to be in, but I do need to visit headstones in this town in order to get my information for the cache page. Let me go grab this cache, and then we'll go over to that little small cemetery. Well, out here in the back of the cemetery, in the woods, I found the geocache that I came for. This is a brand new traditional cache hiding just down here out in the open in between the logs. A lot of these new ones are not even being covered up. They're just out there. Smiley's a smiley. Well, now that I grabbed my traditional, let's head over and now do the puzzle cache. This is located at a library in an undisclosed town because I don't want to give it all away. Alright, I made it to my secret location for this puzzle cache. I'm walking around a library for this town. Okay? In this at this library, should I say, on the grounds of the library, there used to be a cemetery. And that was back in 1895. This city decided to get rid of the cemetery because it's a perfect place for a library. So they moved the bodies except for a couple, and now I'm looking for headstones. I found one, but it wasn't correct. I need to find one or two headstones to get information off of. That's what a field puzzle is about. A field puzzle is where you go to a location, gather information, and do some calculations for the final. I'm going to keep looking around. You might be able to tell where I am, but I don't want to give anything away because I don't want to ruin this geocache for everybody else because it's not mine. Alright, so I found stop number 1, William. It is here where I need to gather information for 3 questions in order to find the north chords of the final hidden container. Let's do that one right now, shall we? Now here's a close-up of the plaque for William Parsons. Lots of information here. For this puzzle, this is all we have to do. We have to solve north 40 degrees, 41 point A, B, C. Now you see in black, we have A, which is the 3rd number in his year of death. We take a look for that information and we get a 5. And now on to B. We need to find the day of birth. And I'm seeing a number 6. And for C, number of 7s. I see 1, 2, 3, and 4. So I guess that answer is 4. Now we have north done. 3 simple questions for 3 numbers. Now we have to find Elizabeth. Her grave is going to give us the 3 numbers we need for west. Alright, I got part 1 done. North is finished. I'm continuing my search. I need to find Elizabeth, and that's going to give me west. It's supposed to be another grave site with a fence around it, and I haven't found it yet, and I've been looking. So I went all the way around the building and didn't find nothing, but I didn't go over here to the seating area. Oh yes, it's right here. So Elizabeth that I need is right there. So I'm going to get the information. Well, now we found Elizabeth. Let's see if we can solve the west chords. We are now doing west 075, 12, dot D, E, and F. And again, we just have to find three numbers. So D, the second number of her year of death. And I am seeing an 8. And now for E, number of screws on the plaque. That's easy. That's a 2. And for letter F, the first number of her age. That is a 7. It's a little hard to see here, but it's 7. She died about 79 years old. Now, we have west solved. We have west 75 degrees, 12.827. All right, now you should have coordinates for north, and you should have coordinates for west. And now what are we going to do? We're going to make our way over to ground zero. But first, the old cemetery wall. So here's the cemetery wall, the old one, that's at the top of the hill. And you can see part of the town out that way. So we need to walk along this wall because we are heading out the parking lot. Well, we're going to be heading into the woods that are close by. Sometimes field puzzles aren't hard. This one is simple. I have done field puzzles before where you had to go to 16 stops in a cemetery to get all the information that you needed. And then after the 16 stops, you go to ground zero and realize one of your numbers is wrong because they don't give you a geochecker. This one has a solution checker. So I got the green light. It is time to go find our container for this puzzle. So, if you're brand new to field puzzles, do yourself a favor. Start off with an easy one, like this one here. 6 questions. 6 questions, 2 different locations. The only hard part about this one was the fact that they don't tell you where the graves are. They tell you the location, and then you have to figure out where the graves are. When I first got here, I thought I was going to have to head up here. This is where I thought the container was going to be. And I'm glad it's not, because this is straight down. So this wall here is holding back a lot, because this is just... So I hate to be the one who walks through here at nighttime thinking the trail goes through and comes around the corner of this wall and just starts sliding. Good news is, after you walk the grounds of the library, your geocache is right around here. Right around the parking blocks and the rock. So now I'm going to ask you this. Since I had to answer some questions, why don't you answer this question in the comments below? What do you think the appropriate container for this area is? Do that now. Well, the appropriate container for this area, if you guessed right, you come here, you move that, and here is your fake rock hide key. Nice. Well, folks, inside there is a little container. Hopefully I get the log out. While I sign, let me do some talking to get up out of here. Thank you for watching my puzzle series. I hope you learned a little something new today. Not every puzzle is solvable at home. There are field puzzles. And like I said, start off with the easy ones, look at them. If you only have to visit 1 or 2 locations, which you're going to have to with every field puzzle, you're going to have to go out and visit a location, almost like an adventure lab, gather information. Sometimes you got to do math. Sometimes you have to just answer the question and get the number. Write them down, double check. Do yourself a favor. Take a photo of each stop. So that way, if you get far away for the final and your numbers ain't working out, you have the photos to go back and answer the questions without having to retrace all of your steps. That's a little tip from me to you. I'm going to sign my name, and while I'm doing so, enjoy the rest of your day. Go out and get some geocaches. Heck, why don't you go out and try to find a field puzzle for yourself? Happy trails, happy caching, and go get a smile.